Hello all, Scooter Man here again. Another scooter, another new scooter. This video I'm probably going to tack it on the end of my original review of this new bike. Little bit of background quickly, won't bore you because you probably have watched the other one. If you've got this far, you can't be that bloody bored. Right, bought a Vision 110. It's the new 2017 model, the ESP engine. I got it on the 29th of December. I love it. One thing since then, had a product recall on it, nothing serious, just the odometer was reading in kilometres, not miles an hour. I discovered that, told Dobles, sorted out really quickly. In fact, Dobles even got AA to come and pick the bike up for me to save me riding it in the rain, which is brilliant. So that aside, just goes to show you that it does pay to buy Honda or a good brand, because you get the service, and I certainly did. The bike is perfect to ride. It was never ever a problem with it, but it needed doing, so it was done. Right, it's now April. It's the start of April the 6th, I think it is, or 7th, or something like that. Anyway, right, yeah, as you can see, it's not standard anymore. I've done some bits and bobs on it. I've done quite a bit on it actually. I'm intending on keeping this scooter. I've got a lot going on in my life, and I'm planning to move to Scotland actually. I'm planning on buggering off and leaving the sunny shores of Hampshire and Surrey, folding up my taxi business, and I'm currently doing my coach licence, and I'm going to sod off and buy a house up in Scotland somewhere, Berwick or Glasgow or I don't know, somewhere. Anyway, and I need something to commute to work on. And this is where this comes in. I've just come down again to the New Forest. I'm at Ferny Crofts, and I'm up a little side lane where it's nice and quiet. Might get cars go by, sorry if I do. Let's stop the waffling and get on now and tell you about the bike. Right, I've had it for 4 months. It's got the new 110 ESP engine. I come down the motorway today. I got on at Winchester. I got off at the M271. Yeah, 60, 65 flat out. It'll go downhill, it'll do 70. With that new screen, which I'm sure you can see, you can't bloody miss the thing, can you? It's brilliant, by the way. I know it looks a bit geeky, but it is brilliant. And the mirror's sticking out a little bit further. That's brilliant too. I'll go into that in a minute. Yeah, it cruises all day long at 60. That realistically is about your maximum cruising on the flat. I'm 19 stone. It will do 65 and it will cruise at 65. I don't like to kill things anyway. I like it at 50 actually. It's so lovely, and 40 is brilliant. Quick up to 30 off the lights. Yeah, love it, really love it. Much improved on the first Vision 110. I had one of those. I like that bike as well actually. Yeah, quick rundown of the things I've done. So I've had a Givi screen put on. Did it myself, sorted the Givi screen out. I'm going to quickly mention a problem I had with that in case anyone decides to get one and comes across a problem, and I'll show you how to get around it. Givi box as well to match. That's an E30. It's the Mark II with the 2 buttons on. Much better hatch, clip, catch, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can get your helmet in that one. Regardless of what Honda say, you cannot get a full face helmet under the seat. In fact, with a little GoPro sticky on the side of my showy open face helmet, I can't get that under the seat. I got about a 59, I think mine is, my helmet, 59, something like that. Anyway, it's not a problem. It's not really for putting a helmet under the seat, in my opinion. It's more like to put all your crap and stuff in, but there you go. The Givi box, yeah, takes both the full face or it would take the open face. Couple of things. New tyres, got rid of the Cheng Shin thingies. They were absolutely fine actually. Got to be fair, nothing wrong with them Cheng Shin tyres. I edged them out edge to edge, and yeah, nothing wrong with them really. Ride wasn't really brilliant, and I put these on today and I've just brought them down to give them a little bit of a run in. They're Michelin Pilot Streets, standard sizes, 80/90 16 on the front, 90/90 14 on the rear. Yeah, you notice a difference straight away. The bike really wants to corner and lay down all the time now. A scooter bike, call it what you want. Much improved, I've got to say. Nothing wrong with the Cheng Shin tyres that are on it. They're not like rock hard nylon like everyone tells you. Those particular ones were not. They were fine, but I just like a bit of decent rubber, and yeah, that's much better improved. Got the back one as well. Nothing really to see, is it? It's just a bloody tyre. But yeah, it's a Michelin. Did it myself. again, easy to get the rear wheel off. You just take the little cowl off the back here and take your exhaust off, 2 bolts and 2 bolts on the extra exhaust. Take that off, 1 nut, off it comes, easy. The front was just 2 nuts, obviously. Yep, did the tyres today, much improved. Givi box, much brilliant, more space now. Doesn't affect the handling. Right, the screen. Let's deal with it. Hello, by the way. Yeah, silly hair today because there we go. Got a helmet on. Yeah, this screen. Love it. Really stable. Looks geeky, but it don't move. There's no, you know, it flexes, but it doesn't rattle and knock and dink and everything else. One thing I have done to it already. When you're riding along at night, you get a little bit of light that comes up through here. And it seems to have like a fibre optic effect. A bit of light goes in the screen here, and it ends up shooting out here. So you get this sort of, not a blinding effect, but you like get a bit of light back in your eyes. So what I've done, tiny little bit of black tape just around to seal up the edge, and it stops the light coming up through. And it just stops it. As you can see, it's tidy. It's just on the inside. No problem. The bracket on this is brilliant. Basically you use the mirror mounts, and it comes with a kit. You put that on, and a washer, and an M10 by 1.25 bolt, all supplied. Really easy. The problem I had was Givi supply you with 2 of these bolts, these nuts, sorry, they're nylon lock-in nuts to put your mirrors on. That's all very well at Givi, but that don't work because these nuts were normal clockwise, right hand threaded bolts, nuts, and the mirrors are left hand threaded. So how I got round it, okay, you get this as part of the original kit, okay, on the bike, and that screws into where that was. They're 2 different sizes, one big one for this side and one small one for the other side. What you do, go to your Honda dealership, get a small one, order the smaller one, okay, buy yourself 2 of these M10 by 1.25 nylon lock nuts. All right, the ones in the kit, I had one that worked and one was the wrong size. It'll confuse the hell out of you. Okay, so 10 by 1.25, that's a fine thread. A normal M10 bolt has a 1.5 thread on it. You need the JIS standard, Japan Industry Standard, which is a 1.25. Then you haven't got a problem. Screw straight on. If you try and screw it on otherwise, you'll strip the thread. So you have 2 of those. You get one already on the bike. Buy another spare one. 2 of those bolts. Lock that on. And then, yeah, they stick up a little bit. You've still got clearance there, as you can see on the mirror. And also, it raises it up a little bit, and it's out a little bit more because of the where it would have normally been to where it is now with the hole that's supplied. So in actual fact, the mirrors stick out lovely. And I can only see about a tiny bit of my shoulder now, as opposed to seeing all my shoulder mirrors. The mirrors are brilliant now, and I'm a big lad, and I rate them. The mirrors are good now. I mean, they stick out a little bit, but listen, you're not going to catch them. If you're going through traffic at that tight, you're too tight anyway. Yeah, so the screen, brilliant in all weathers. The tyres, great. New suspension on the front end, by the way, if you didn't know, 35mm fork now. Much improved front end, and a different caliper with a single pot on it. Yep, brilliant. Honda's got combined brakes on everything now because of Euro 4. They're using a different system. Used to have 2 pistons, in the caliper, and then when you pull the back one, it operated both a smaller piston on the front and then the back as well, and then when you pulled the front, it offered the bigger piston. Now it's just 1 piston, and it's some sort of linky system inside with the cable, I believe. It just pulls both together. It works. Rear lock brake, if you like, a park brake, if you like, for the rear. Don't need it when it's on the stand, but it's a nice thing. Yeah, foot pegs, they're great. They're forward a bit more. The engine, much better than the last one. My old 110 Vision used to struggle to do 60. This does, as I say, it does 65 now. It will sit comfortably at 60. The screen makes a huge difference to the performance of the bike, by the way. I'd come down to get on an open face helmet. It's a nice warm day in obviously early April now, as you all know if you're watching this. It must be about 16-17 degrees. I'm not too hot, I'm not too cold, but that screen takes all the blast off and the bike just keeps going lovely. To wrap it all up, This bike is for everyone really. I'm going to use this for my commuter bike. I really am. It's just so good. My girlfriend's got a little black 50 one of these in the garage. We were going to do all sorts of stuff with that later on. Did I mention Molossi kit? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're going to do stuff with that. It's only got about 50 miles on it, if that, and she likes it and it's fun. So when we get to Scotland, if we don't go somewhere else, we'll have a little play with that. We'll see what happens. But for now, this little bike, if you don't want something as big as an SH and you don't want to spend the money that an SH costs you, this is great. It really is great. It's lovely to ride. It's very forgiving. It's quick enough. You're always looking at the speedo and going, bloody hell, I'm doing 40, not 30. It's great. It really is good. If you are retired, let's just say, don't want to do gears anymore, used to love the C90s, used to love the Honda Innova and the Wave. Look, I know this hasn't got gears. I know it's not a semi-automatic bike. It's a fully automatic bike, but you sort of get that feel about it. It's still got that sort of feel about it, and a similar sort of performance, if not obviously a bit more peppy. Yeah, if you were, I don't know, retiring and you wanted a little bike to pop about on, I don't know, go out through the peaks, the dales, and just play about really, or in the forest every day, go down the pub or whatever, don't drink and drive, mind, and you know, you want something to put your camera in the back and just pop off out for the day down the seaside and ride around to get away from her indoors, or she might want to get away from him indoors, I don't know. There we go. This bike is perfect for that. It really is. It will be fantastic if you want to go to work, say 20 miles with the screen, with the box. Brilliant bike, perfect for that as well. I've got to say, I'm not just saying this, I know I'm right up Honda's backside with this, but seriously, I love this little bike. And I've got a habit of changing bikes. We traded in the van for this. Yes, it's gone. I don't regret it. I really don't regret it. This is fun. It really is good. Come down from where I live now in Farnborough down to New Forest. I've got relations down here, got family, and I'm always down this way. I just cruise down, no problem. Didn't notice the lack of difference in performance or anything. Yeah, great, no problem at all. So yeah, if you want a commuter bike to go 20 miles each way, brilliant. You want to go through traffic, brilliant. You want the weather protection, brilliant. It's all there. I don't really feel I need anything else with this bike. One little thing, just going to show you this, and I'm really going to shut up then. So yeah, I said about this in the last review. I don't know. You might have watched that far. You might have got bored, but if you didn't, anyway, they've thought about this seat arrangement. Okay, when you take your key out, okay, it's got a locky thing at first, which is lovely. Okay, you put your key in and lock it, and then you put it into position. Well, if you were locking your handlebars, it would be push and lock. Okay, so go into the 0 position, and it's in 0, right? You put it up to seat. You can open your seat to take your stuff out or put your little bag away. Then you go to position 1. Everything about it has been thought about. It's just all like in a good chronological order, which it makes a hell of a difference to me when you're fumbling to get all your stuff ready and doing it and all. I've now got organised, and yeah, I love that. Really, really good. What else can I say? Show you the dials. There we go. All nice and smart. Fuel gauge is really accurate on this. About a 5.5 litre tank. Costs next to nothing to fill it up. About 5, 6, 7 quid, something like that. Switch gear. It's all lovely. It doesn't feel plasticky or horrible. It's nice. Horn's good. Yeah, everything is in a really good sort of logical place. Easy to read. Lights up white at night. Yeah. What more to say? Idle stop. Stops at the lights, and then you twist it and off you go again. If you want to save even more fuel from what you're saving anyway. But there we go. So yeah, I know it's a really fast, really condensed sort of review on this bike. Again, I don't want to keep waffling on about it, because obviously you know I love it and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I paid about just over £2 for it from Nobles. Buy it where you like, you know, there are other dealerships, blah blah blah. Yeah, what more can I say? Recommend it. That's all I can say really. With the screen and the box, it's a perfect commute, or it's a perfect bike for a day like today to go out for a ride on. Right, that's me done. If you want any questions, post them in the comments. I'll answer it. I'm getting back to answer my mail now. I'm a little less busy now. I'm in the process of doing my bus license, but I've just gone on with tests, passed all them. I've just got my big one now. So yeah, so I'm back on the I'm back on the channel now, so anybody wants any questions about this bike, want to know anything about it, I'll be happy to answer your questions. That's me done, out for now.